Well, sometimes the first spark of curiosity can lead you to places you could never have expected. That's part of the story of one family in Sparta. And in this installment of Hometown Made, videographer Ethan Davis takes us into 1924 Custom Soapery to see how it all comes together.
From an early age, I've always had this natural curiosity about science.
In 2018, my husband, Aaron, wanted to try his hand at making handmade soap. So he had a book, he purchased some materials, and he gave it a try in our kitchen. And people in the area started to ask me if they could purchase some from him. He started out just making handmade soap, which is what you see behind me, bar soap. But over the years, people have asked us, like, could you make this? Could you make this? And it's just been mostly our customer base that is propelling us forward into these other products that we offer.
You know, it was a huge learning process. But over the years, I've sort of formulated different recipes, and I've finally decided on a recipe that really works for us. You mix your oils, and each oil has its own qualities. We've selected specific quantities of the oils to sort of create this really great bar. Then you mix your alkali, which is typically sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide, depending on what type of soap you want to make. Here we have our potassium hydroxide. We are going to combine that with distilled water to create a solution of potassium hydroxide. And these just look like flakes, but they are highly, highly caustic and require PPE to handle. Ethan is going to slowly mix that in and stir it at the same time. And you can hear that actually boil at the bottom. We have coconut oil, olive oil, and castor oil. At that point, you can mix the two, and you want to create an emulsion between the two so that the oils and the water solution don't fall out of suspension once you mix them, because they naturally want to separate, right? Oils and water. And you can see the chemical reaction trying to take place, but the bonds between the oil and the caustic are not quite strong enough yet. So the next step after that, it depends if you're making liquid soap or bar soap. We're going to make liquid soap tonight. It goes through physical changes under heat. So we're at about 140 degrees right now. We'll continue to emulsify the liquid, and it'll go through physical changes in matter. It'll go to a custard-like state, and then a Vaseline type state, and finally to a more solid type state. And then you dissolve it in water. Take our paste, and we're going to mix it with water to create a concentrated soap mix. So we're going to go to a 2-to-1 mixture on paste to water. This will go to make 950 ounces of liquid soap concentrate. We don't use single-use plastics. We'll take the distilled water bottles that we use, and we will repackage the bulk soap in those water, and then we will sell them in bulk, just like that.
Well, the name 1924 comes from Aaron's grandfather, Orville, who was born in 1924. And Orville's skill as a craftsman helped inspire Aaron to start making the soaps. So if you'd like more information on their business, and if you have a suggestion for our next Hometown Made, find this story on our website for details.